All right, here's the Glenn Beck story, ladies and gentlemen. You'll recall about a year ago, I said, check out Glenn Beck. I've heard that the thing's imploding. And if you looked on the website, they kept dropping shows like flies. Like flies they were dropping. And they tried desperately. Their big play was they need cable clearance. They couldn't get it. They couldn't get it. So the Blaze ended up being just like a shell of itself. Well, last week, the axe fell once again on Glenn Beck's crumbling media empire. It's reported by the Daily Beast on Thursday, and they did it Thursday because apparently it was going to be Friday, but somebody got wind of it. The New York and Washington offices of the Blaze staffers in Los Angeles and the documentary unit in Columbus, Ohio. A documentary unit.
Sure.
That's when they, yeah. Mm-hmm. We're told that their jobs were on the chopping block. Nearly 40 people are being laid off, including 20 in New York, a dozen in Washington, 5 in Ohio. That would be their documentary unit. And 2 or 3 working out of the L.A. offices of former Blaze CEO Craig Kitchen. In order to satisfy the requirements of a multi-million-dollar bank loan taken out to keep Beck's revenue-challenged enterprise running. That's bad, ladies and gentlemen. When you are being forced to fire employees to maintain some type of revenue algorithm to maintain your bank loan, you've got real problems. And this is shortly after the company hired CNN alumnus Matt Frucci, former executive producer of the cable's New Day morning show, to run the Blaze's television operation in New York. However, the television operation in New York will no longer exist. That guy is feeling like a sucker. That's when you go home and you tell the wife, I may have made a slight miscalculation. Remember when they told me, that was like my experience with Ron Hartenbaum. I had to come home and tell Nikki. Remember when they told me I wasn't going to get paid until September? And it was July. I said, I'm down with that, end of August. Yeah, it turns out that if everything goes well and their projections are correct this time, I don't get paid until February of the following year. Apparently, Buck Sexton will remain with Beck's operation. He seems to be the only guy.
He's well named.
Yeah. So here it is. Apparently, this is what happened. They hired a new guy, maybe the CFO or something. And this guy, Pavadine. None of the... Pavadine was recruited to the company by Jonathan Schreiber, who is sort of, I guess, a mysterious figure. This Stuart Pavadine was a digital startup entrepreneur, and he's been orchestrating the layoffs. Schreiber was another digital industry denizen who showed up in the fall of 2014 as a consultant, worked his way into Beck's confidence, and eventually named president of Mercury Radio Arts, Beck's privately held umbrella company. I suspect that guy is a Jesus freak. That's just my guess. Or something like that, because that sounds like this, like his guru or something. So a company spokesman said Schreiber's unavailable for comment because his wife just gave birth. Well, no, that's possible. But so this guy, Pavadine, was under increasing pressure to meet the requirements of a bank loan, details of which are not available at this writing. But apparently traffic and ads have dropped for GlennBeck.com and The Blaze. Now, part of that is because they have no programming. And The Blaze and Mercury Radio Arts laid off dozens of employees last May on a day referred to internally as Black Monday. Around the same time, Beck was purchasing a private jetliner and a $200,000 Maybach sedan.
So at least he's keeping it true to conservative principles.
Hey, if Glenn Beck operates in his own self-interest, everybody's going to do better.
Like, we're really collapsing here. You need to get yourself a Maybach.
I mean, wages or a set that's modeled after the Oval Office.
Hello. Have you guys not heard of Fake It Till You Make It? Hi, I'm Sam Seder, and this is an Ann Coulter doll.
You should not be immigrating here. Stay in your country and hate us.
For smart progressive talk and a little bit of this and even a little bit of that.
Mission accomplished.
Subscribe to our podcast, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and like us on Facebook to get some of our best video clips.